Hello Capricorn, welcome to your reading. Hope you're all well. Thank you for tuning in. It is Tuesday the 3rd of March 2026. Going to give you guys a relationship, love, tarot reading. Please take what resonates and leave what does not. Going to pull a card for your feelings, your person's feelings, the connection itself, any challenges, obstacles and the potential outcome and advice. For those of you who are single and not in a relationship, this reading is not for you. So, Capricorn, what are your feelings for the person that you are connected to in love at the moment? What are your feelings for the person you are connected to in a relationship, in a connection with, in love at the moment? The moon in reverse. So, some confusion you're feeling, Capricorn. Fear. Some sort of illusion. You kind of can't see clearly at the moment. You're not sure what's true, what's not, what's happening, what's not. And also an energy of deception. You're feeling deceived, or fear that you are being deceived, or that your person is being deceptive, or not being straight, not being clear, not being honest, not being truthful with you at the moment. So let's get a card for your person, the person that you are in a relationship with, in a connection with, dealing with, in love. What are their feelings towards you? What is your person feeling towards you at the moment in love, Capricorn? Aha! 7 of Swords in reverse. So there's that energy of deception that I picked up on, but the 7 of Swords is in reverse. So perhaps your person is, well, coming clean, taking accountability, taking responsibility for any deceptive behavior, or not being truthful, not being honest, not coming forward with how things really are, how they really feel. Perhaps they're now being honest, or they're about to be honest, come clean, lay their cards on the table. So yeah, the connection itself. What's the energy of the connection itself between Capricorn and their person in love? What is the energy of the connection between Capricorn and their person in love? Queen of Swords. So there is a decision that's been made, or is about to be made, or someone is needing to make a decision. Trying to approach the situation with logic, with wisdom, coming out of emotions and using the mind, using straightforward, honest, direct, no nonsense thinking and decision making to get to the heart of the matter, the no nonsense truth, clarity of the matter. What's going on here? What's the truth? What's the clarity? Where are we at? What's actually happening? Challenges and obstacles in the connection. Challenges and obstacles in the connection between you and your person. What are the challenges and obstacles within the connection for Capricorn and their person in love? Ace of Cups. So the challenge or obstacle, an obstacle, is love. An offer of love. A beginning of love. That's a challenge or an obstacle for you guys at the moment. A new beginning or an offer of love. It's been offered, it's there, but is it actually... So an ace is a potential. there's a potential there, there's an offering there, but as has it actually manifested into reality? Let's find out. Possible outcome and advice for this connection between Capricorn and their person. Possible outcome and advice for Capricorn and their person, their connection, their relationship. Four of Cups. So there is some, yeah, dissatisfaction, disappointment. Weighing this up. Is this happening? Is this going to manifest, or is it not? There's a lot of uncertainty here between you and your person, Capricorn. But your person, there could be some clarity now coming with regards to this situation. But let's get some clarification. Let's get some clarity. And then we can see what's happening a little bit more here. So, your feelings, Capricorn, were the moon in reverse. Why is the moon here in reverse for Capricorn's feelings within this connection, relationship? Why is the moon here in reverse for Capricorn's feelings towards their person? All right, that's interesting. So the Wheel of Fortune just flipped over in reverse, and because it's a major, I'm going to take that as the answer. So this is something that could be going round in a circle. There could be a change here that needs to be taken place, a cycle that needs to end so that a new beginning can begin. And it feels like there's some sort of something that's not progressing, something that's a bit stuck or going backwards. Timing is a factor here. Something that's not going, it keeps going backwards, not going forwards, or it just keeps going round in a circle. A circle, a cycle. Your person and their feelings, the Seven of Swords in reverse. Why is the Seven of Swords here in reverse for your person and their feelings, Capricorn? Why is the Seven of Swords here in reverse for the person that Capricorn is dealing with in love? Why is the Seven of Swords here in reverse? King of Swords in reverse. There's that energy again. It's a very cold energy. King of Swords, he's very cold in reverse. In the upright, the King of Swords is quite detached anyway. He doesn't get emotional. He thinks with his head. He's very sensible, straightforward. He doesn't get involved with an emotional nonsense. He wants to know about the fact of the matter, the truth, the clarity. He wants to get to the point. King of Swords in reverse, he wants to get to the point no matter what. He can be somewhat deceptive, manipulative, cruel. He's very much aware of his power, and he has a lot of power. I mean, he's not the magician, but he's kind of like, think of a lawyer or someone that's high up, high profile. They've got a lot of power that they use for the positive, but they can use it in a negative way as well to get what they want, get the outcome that they want, no matter the way that they have to do it. So I am getting I'm getting a very cold, cut off energy with your person. Not necessarily cruel, but somewhat deceptive. Manipulative, not so much yet. They're not being clear. I mean, you've got the Seven of Swords in reverse, but they're being honest, but are they being honest? They're very confusing. You never quite know where you stand with them, Capricorn. They kind of say one thing, do another. You question their honesty. You just question them, or you're questioning them at the moment. Their motives, their honesty, you're just really confused here, really questioning everything about them. So for the connection, we got the Queen of Swords. So why is the Queen of Swords here for the connection? For Capricorn's connection with their person. Why is the Queen of Swords here for the connection? Seven of Pentacles. There's a decision here that needs to be made. There's a change here that needs to be made. There's some sort of cycle here that needs to come to an end for something to begin. Small seeds of potential something have been planted here. There's potential here. Something has sort of begun. This has been a waiting game. You've planted seeds and you're waiting for them to harvest. You're waiting for them to come to fruition. You're waiting for the harvest of the seeds that you've planted. You're waiting for something to happen here. You've been quite patient. You've got to be patient when you're planting seeds. They can take months to grow. Years to grow. So there's a decision here that needs to be made that I feel that you are waiting for here. Challenge and obstacles, the Ace of Cups. Why is the Ace of Cups here for the challenge and obstacle within this connection with Capricorn and their person? Why is the Ace of Cups here? The Moon in reverse. There it is again. So, quite simply, you want to know, is this love happening? What's happening? Are we having a new beginning, or are we, are we together? Are we not? Are we in love? Are we not? Is there love here? Is there not? What is this? What are we? It's quite simply that. There's heavy confusion here. Heavy confusion. Heavy heavy confusion. It's covered. The secrecy, deception, illusion, confusion, things that are in the dark, things that are not known. It's just, yeah. Outcome and advice. Why is the Four of Cups here for the outcome and advice between Capricorn and their person? Why is the Four of Cups here for the outcome and advice? Five of Cups in reverse. I think you're possibly getting to the point of letting this go, Capricorn. I don't know how long you've been kind of waiting for this or dealing with this. But I think you are in the energy of, well, walking away from this because you're just not getting any clarity here. Not getting any any truth, any, I'm not seeing a lot here at all. I mean, this person could be quite emotionally avoidant, quite shut off. So I'm going to clarify a little further, because we have got double moon energy there, and yes, it's hidden and spirit probably ain't going to tell me much more, but being the curious cat that I am, I'm going to ask anyway. Sorry, spirit. Yeah, there's the world that just flipped out as I was shuffling. So has something ended here? Is something about to end? Has it already ended? There's distance here. Well, there is distance here, because this person ain't they're very shut off, avoidant, secretive, not just I'm feeling like a person. Are you dealing with a Cancer, Capricorn? Sorry, Cancers, I'm not being nasty or anything like that, but Cancers, you're crabs. You kind of hide in your shell. You come out when it's safe, and if anything doesn't feel safe, you kind of run back to your shell, and you know, this person's very just in their shell. So, is this finished? Is this closure? Are you getting the closure that you need? Is this person making a decision? Seven of Swords in reverse, Queen of Swords. Have they made a decision? And this is closure. This is the end. This is done. I'm going to just pull a couple more and then leave it there. But it could just be as straightforward as that. So for your feelings, Capricorn, we've got the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Why is the Wheel of Fortune here in reverse for Capricorn's feelings? Okay, there you are, the Devil. I couldn't, yeah, I nearly showed that, but I can't, because it's one of those ones that has to be covered up. So the Devil, there's an unhealthy dynamic here, an unhealthy attachment to this person, very karmic, perhaps a dependency on this person. Yeah, there's an unhealthy attachment to this person, a dependency on this person. You've been kind of needing validation, closure from this person. Your person's feelings, King of Swords in reverse. Why is it here? Capricorn's person's feelings. Why is the King of Swords here in reverse? Four of Cups in reverse. I think your person's needing to do some healing, Capricorn, to put it lightly. They're trying to heal, and they've got some inner stuff that I feel they're working on here. I'm not getting to know much about what that might be. They're very secretive about it. It's like they want to deal with it by themselves. For the connection, Seven of Pentacles. Why is the Seven of Pentacles here? Why is the Seven of Pentacles here for the connection? Seven of Pentacles, I kid you not. You've been waiting quite a while. Or this situation has been going on for quite a while. 7 and 7, 14. Perhaps this has been going on for over 10 years, 14 years, a long, long time. Yeah, 7 and 7, 14, 4 and 1 is 5, which I'm just doing a bit of numerology here, Capricorn. This has been heavy. This has been heavy. Perhaps there's been conflict, tension, friction. I have a feeling that this has been going on for quite a while. So you've been waiting a long time, or dealing with this for a long time. And the devil is there, and you've dealt with it for a long time because you have this unhealthy attachment to this person, this dependency on this person. Challenges and obstacles, the moon in reverse. Why is the moon here in reverse? The challenges and obstacles for Capricorn and their person. Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords rushes in. He rushes in with communication or a decision or an action, but he rushes towards that, whatever that is. And I have a feeling that your person has either rushed in and made a decision to end this. Seven of Swords in reverse, Knight of Swords. I have a feeling possibly that your person's rushed in, made a decision, come clean, been honest, laid their cards on the table, that this isn't happening, or they can't deal with this and the world, this is final. Or your person rushed in to make this offer of love, and then they've completely run away again. I'm getting an emotionally avoidant person. I'm getting a very unhealthy attachment here. The runner and the chaser. The chaser and the runner. The dependency, waiting for this person to choose you and to give you some sort of validation, some sort of happiness. They're not choosing you, but you really need it. You really depend on it. And so you continue to wait. They rush in and give you hope of this new beginning, and then they get scared and run away. I'm not going to sugarcoat this. This is an extremely unhealthy dynamic, connection, relationship, karmic, unhealthy, toxic. I'm not judging you. I'm saying what I see here. My readings are very realistic. They're real. They're raw. They're real. That is why I'm here. And this is what I see. So, possible outcome and advice. Five of Cups in reverse. Five of Cups in reverse. Why is it here? And the possible outcome and advice for Capricorn and their person. Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Tell me about that World card, Spirit. It came out. You wanted it to come out. Why is the World here for Capricorn and their person and this connection? King of Wands. One from the bottom. All right. Nine of Pentacles. Okay. So Ace of Pentacles in reverse. So perhaps this is at an end. Perhaps your person's come in and been honest, owned up and said, look, I'm sorry that I've kept you hanging about. I'm sorry that I've, strung you along, or I'm sorry that I haven't been honest with you, but I can't offer you this. I can't offer you stability. I can't offer you love. And it's complete. And there is a King of Wands here, a Nine of Pentacles. So that's Nine of Pentacles, independence, becoming or being stable, abundant, good on your own. King of, sorry, not the King of Pentacles, King of Wands, excuse me. So with this ending, you now have to process, you have to release this person. You have to release this unhealthy attachment, dependency that you have on this person. And you need to realise that you're good. You don't need anyone to validate you. You don't need anyone to make you whole. You must become stability within yourself. King of Wands, look ahead. make plans, move forward, move on with your life. Don't waste your life waiting around for one person, relationship, connection, because you need to kind of depend on yourself. You need to be abundant, be stable, be solid in yourself, make plans, go on with life. Live your life. So perhaps, you know, this has come to an end and you're now processing this. You're having to work on this devil energy of letting this go, becoming healthy within yourself again and moving forward. So that's what I have for you, Capricorn. Hope this helped, hope it resonated. If it did, please give the video a thumbs up, and if you would like more readings from me, please subscribe to the channel. Good luck, best wishes, lots of love. Until next time, bye bye.